All right. I believe we've got the stream up and running. Welcome to Fionor's workshop. All 0 of you. I love it. Let me just get my headband going. All right, so gotta get my apron on so that I don't hurt myself or get any glass on my clothing. Oh, I need a marker. All right, first things first. What are we gonna do today? This just helps me kind of keep everything organized, you know what I mean? Just making sure the volumes are okay. Should be good. But yeah, all right. To keep everything organized, step 1, also don't mind my handwriting. Design. That's going to be on the iPad. Step 2, let's see here, cut glass. 3, we're going to grind it. And then, let's see here. I've already got this stuff from when I was originally planning on doing this. I was originally planning on doing this bonsai a few months ago. And so I had started to slowly put things together. So I'm gonna definitely pick up from where I left off. You can see I've already cut out some leaves. I've already got a couple branches going on. But yeah, okay. Cut glass, grind glass. Let's see here. I'm gonna be doing some flowers and doing some curved leaves. So we're definitely gonna have to fire. But while that's going on, 4.1, we'll say, let's see here. Should I start foiling leaves? Maybe. Yeah, we'll foil some leaves. And then 5, if time, I'm gonna make some more clay molds. Okay. These are the steps I'm gonna go through today, or I'm planning on going through. You never know what can happen, what sort of things can get in the way. So I'm gonna leave that there for you guys to see. Check it off as I go along. All right. Design. So like I said, I was working on this a while ago. Let's see here. Can you see that in the light? If I move it here, great. I was working on this a while ago. I don't want to use that marker on my iPad. Nope. I want to use this one. My drawing's not the best, but this is kind of what I was going for, right? I got this branch. My wife so lovingly picked it up for me on one of her hikes recently. And I figured this would be a nice little, I don't think I'm gonna do this part. There's another piece I had. Why purple? Let's go black. Let's increase that size. So I don't think I'm gonna do this piece right here. Scrub that out. Instead, I think I'm gonna move this piece over. And do some flowers on some branches with leaves all around. I'm probably gonna make some more leaves just to make sure I've got enough going on. And then do some flower action going on as well. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside for now. So it's just gonna get in the way and put a lot of debris down. I'll move these to the side because I don't need them right now. But I think this is generally what I'm going to be going for. Maybe a flower on the trunk there, flower up here, flower on the end. Now, I think I'm going to leave this top part dead and then have living things coming out from other pieces, kind of give that dead and alive look. Okay, so if this is what I'm going for, I'm going to need to pick out flower colors. I don't think I have enough red. Let's see if I have. I've got these pieces of red. It's not my favorite red that I could, you know, turn into a flower of sorts. It's not my favorite red, nor is it my favorite petal shape. It's not K-petal shape. But I think, I lied, I'm bringing this back. I think if I'm gonna be doing, you know, a flower on, I feel like this would be too big, right? I feel like I would need a smaller size flower. These are all the good pieces of red I have in my scrap pile. So like I could, you know, turn this into a petal, get a little thing going on here. I just don't think I have, I don't know. Let's go check out the colors I have. And by let's, I mean I'm gonna go check out the colors I have and bring back some decent looking options. So I've got this orange. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing this guy. I think I'm gonna be doing this for the flowers because it's got the red. It's got kind of a see-throughness that this red doesn't have. Can you see that difference there? This red's much darker, much more opaque. This one's a little bit more translucent, and it's got a variety of colors going on there. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're using. For flowers, at least. And then I think I'm just gonna stick with one type of green. This green, it's like a, again, this one's more opaque than the flower color. That's okay, but it's got this nice patterning of light and dark green throughout it. And this is what I cut these other pieces of leaves out of, so we'll use that for the leaves and this for the flowers. Okay. Now the next thing I need to figure out. No Apple Pencil, come back. Won't fall to the ground. Next thing I need to figure out is petal design. So I've done flower petals like this before, and I think, would that be nice? Like a 4-petaled flower? Let's see here, I've got this kind of orange going on here, right? No, that's still black. I'm not the best with this sort of thing. Apologies if you're looking at this going like, why is he so bad? Because I am bad at some things. Because I could definitely do kind of like a bulbous. I've done this before. I think I like this leaf the most. So less bulbous on the bottom and more of a flowing, like that. And then get 4 of these per flower. Yeah, so I'm gonna aim for that, this petal right here. So I don't want this shape right here, right? don't really want this like deep angle. I want it to be a nice, soft transition. And then a little foot to connect them all. Well, do we need a foot? Yeah, we need a foot. A little foot to connect them all. It can be just kind of like an angled foot, so we'll be doing like that. This sort of maneuver. And then this center will be covered up. I gotta check. Do I have any good center colors? Does the blue look weird? Got this giant piece of blue. Does the blue with the orange look weird? Or I could do vice versa. I could do blue petals, like we see there, and an orange inside. That looks more natural. This blue is very pretty. I do like this orange. I think the orange would go better, but I think I'm gonna save this blue for a different day. Do I do that darker red for the center? It's too similar. I mean, the white, I think, does usually go the best. I'm gonna need to order a nice piece of fun white. I got some shards of white going on here. Kind of. That could kind of work. Maybe for a small flower. Gotta be careful with that little box of stuff. This doesn't really have any good white on it. So this is what this is the glass that it came from. It's almost like root beer sort of float colored, right? The back of it is a little bit smoother. The front of it has a little bit of texture. You can kind of see that in the glinting of the light, right? We'll just see. We'll see what happens when I get there. All right. I gotta turn this thing stop it from doing that. Okay, so we're going for more of this shape. I like that the best. Here, I'll zoom in on that for a little bit for you, so you can see that. Just all sorts of random stuff going on here. I like that the best. I think that will work the best. All right. Now, if we go back to this guy. 3 flowers? Are we thinking 3 flowers? I could do like a bud. Like a little... like a little bud of a flower, right? Like it would look like, looks like a leaf there, but it would be like 3-dimensional sort of. So maybe we aim for 3 flowers and a bud? Or 2 flowers and 2 buds? No, 3 flowers and 1 bud, I think. And each flower is gonna be 4 petals. So we need 12 petals, and then the bud, let's see here. Pull out my trusty box of buds on this guy. Is that a tight enough angle? Do I have a better one than that? Got this one. It's a little bit tighter. That might be what I need to use. Not really thinking. This is why, you know, step 5 is clay, because I need to make more options. So if I do like on this edge, right, I don't want a bud that's this long. But I would need it to come together. I mean, I could do three pieces to make the bud, right? That might be what I need to do, because I don't have anything that's tight enough that 2 pieces would come together and kind of connect. So I think I need to do 3, which is fine. It's fine. I think that's what I need to do and what I have. Definitely need a better place to store those. Those just almost fell. Oh, I mean, a couple of them fell. All right, so we need 12 petals. I think I'm gonna do a big flower and then 2 smaller flowers. It's just all up in the way. Okay, so we're working on this. Probably gonna cut here, do these smaller angles. I'm looking for that, right? I mean, I don't want too big of a flower. So I don't want it to overcrowd. So I think is my head in the way as I'm doing that? I think that size for the big flower is probably just what I'm gonna do, right? Pretty small. Though it's not quite that shape, right? You need to, it's gotta be a little bit more angled. Not a lot of it, just a little bit. Is this not bad enough that way? Yeah, I like that. So then we get a few of them going on. Roughly the same. Not exactly the same, but roughly. Is a big flower gonna need 5 petals, you think? Or do I just need to... I don't think that's the right shape. I don't think that's gonna be a good shape. Probably should have some water on this. Hopefully it will work much better. Funny noise. Tell down. So one strategy you could use is draw it on something like, you know, an iPad, a computer, and then print it, and then cut those out and then put them on here. And it's probably the most popular, widely used methods for transcribing an idea onto glass. I just don't do it for some reason. I need to make it a little fatter at the bottom, a little more chubby. It's got this little tail in because that's what's gonna come together. And actually, that's not looking too bad, huh? Because then if I don't, I come in at kind of an angle like that, they'll fit 4 pieces pretty nicely. Little fat bottom. These markers not meant to be perfect. You could try and make it perfect, sit here all day and do that, or you can kind of do what I do and go with the flow. I like to go with the flow. That's why we're listening to some lo-fi music, nice and chill on this Monday afternoon. I forgot to mark this as done. Design. Done. So you can see it better. Okay. Big flower. Should I do one more just in case one of these petals doesn't look very good? Probably. Just in case the petal breaks in the kiln. Just in case for whatever reason I don't like it. We'll give one more for safety. There we go. 5 petals. Seems good. All right. So if we're doing smaller, that's the big flower. That's gonna go down. Let's bring that back up. It's gonna go down here somewhere. And then we got 2 flowers up there. They're gonna be much smaller. Let's go with something like this. Is that too small? And then this is where you can get kind of save some space. But drawing upside down is difficult. Everyone said I was a drawing artist. The beauty about stained glass is you don't have to draw well in order to make some fun things. I don't even think I'm the best at stained glass, in all honesty. There are plenty of people who make some amazing things. I think I just am willing to experiment and try different things that maybe most people aren't. So you see this stuff and you say, yeah, I'm a stained glass maker. Why don't I do something like that? Go for it. Yeah, we'll just do petals like this all the way down. I guess one question we gotta ask ourselves is, do we want the smaller flowers to be of similar size? It's a good question. I'm glad I asked it. Maybe. Maybe not, though. I mean, similar size, yes. Same size? No. So I'm gonna make these next few slightly bigger. Hi, darling.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream.
Figured I'd come say hi for a hot second.
How you doing?
Good. What are we working on?
Cutting out or designing, cutting out glasses. I'm gonna make.
Love that. Hi, streamy people.
I'm making the bonsai tree.
Oh, sweet. I like that.
I'm gonna do flowers similar to that. Shop dogs. Similar to this petal is kind of what I'm going for.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love you.
I'm gonna make some lunch and then go back to the office, but I figured I'd come say hi.
Hello.
So, have a good time.
Oh, I will.
Mwah.
Hey.
Hey. PDA on the screen.
PDA.
Come go upstairs and sit down. Baby.
Okay. So I've got, an excess of petals in theory, then I'm more than I would need for 3 flowers. Oh, I guess, I do need, I'm also doing a bud, right? And I think the bud will be better in the small flower size. So I'm gonna erase this guy. Dry it off, obviously. Duh. Make one more small. Though, let's pause for a second and think. If I'm making buds, I don't necessarily want this shape, right? I'm gonna want more of a, less of a dip in the middle, I guess. So let's erase 3. Let's erase all 3 of those. Dry it off. Keep this guy. So essentially what I'm saying is, yeah, something's more akin to just like almost leaf petal shape, right? Like akin to that. And then if I have 3 of them that are kind of curving into each other, yeah, make a little bud. So I actually do want this shape, but I actually want a little stockier. Little stockier, so it's not fatter on the sides. Something like that. Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't want it long and narrow like these leaf petals. No, the difference in length. You can't see that maybe. Don't want it longer. I want it shorter and a little fatter so that when they curl together. Okay. I've got those pieces set. I'm gonna move aside this iPad. Set that over here on this messy table. Bring over the green. Make some more leaves. Now, here's the question. Do I want to use these ones? Because you see, this guy was melted a little bit, formed a little bit, which I kind of like. I like that natural, free-flowing sort of situation. But would it look odd if I had big pieces that weren't natural and free-flowing? You know what I'm saying? Now, I could cut this out of here. I probably will cut this out of here. At least, yeah. See how easy that is? This is why stained glass is a fragile art. And, I mean, if you have multiple pieces of stained glass that are soldered together, they kind of give each other strength. But when you're doing like a singular piece like this, the only strength it has is the strength it has on its own. Which isn't a lot, to say the least. Okay. This guy too, actually. That guy's big enough to need to be slumped. Okay. Got a lot of little guys. Let's just, you know, make more. Right? Let's just make some more. Do I make a full long strip or short strip? Let's go short. I don't think I actually need to draw them out because of this simple shape that they are. I think I'll be fine just freehanding it. Okay, so let's move over this whole operation to the glass cutting station. Kind of rhymed. That guy gets this, put these guys here. Come with me on a magical journey. It's a glass cutting station. I'm gonna set this guy here. Hope you like the sound and you don't hate the sound. I do think it's good that I made a fifth because there is a little bit of waviness there that I don't know how it's gonna do in the kiln. Boom, there we go. Put this guy away. See you at another date. Now, in this glass cutting process, there are gonna be shards of glass that kind of fall around, so gotta be careful not to touch yourself. Actually, in fact, you can kind of see I'm wearing I almost said bandana. What is this? A Band-Aid. Wearing a Band-Aid because earlier when I was cleaning up a little bit, I got a little shard of glass in my pinky. Hazards of the job. I'm actually going to try and cut this slightly differently. So that if I need be, I got that little bit of glass I can use at a future date. I should have done that for the other ones. You know, keep the trash pieces of glass in larger chunks. So the larger the chunk, the easier it is to use it on a future project. By going just down the straight like that, you see how this could have been one large piece, but instead I made it two. Can you see that? Bring it a little closer. See how that could have been one large piece, but instead by cutting in the middle, I made it two small pieces? Not the smartest move on my part. It's just a little bit of glass, but every little bit helps. As you can see, I keep all of the glass that I don't use, because you never know when you're going to want to use it again, or when it's going to come in handy. A lot of trimming to do on these guys. All right, let's start trimming these down to closer to their final size. A lot of these pieces I'm probably going to use a little other tool. Creates many more shards of glass. I don't know if you can see there, the large shard just came off. But it's much more controlled than the other. And you're able to get these smaller chunks. There we go. Piece 1 done. Roll my sleeves back up. Such a small little corner. But every little piece we take off means less grinding. Give me a lot of pieces to grind. Okay. Flower petals done. Some more leaves. Go with just gonna kind of make some shapes as I cut these out. I don't want every leaf to be exactly the same, right? Wonky looking leaf. You know, if we don't use all these leaves in this project, fine. There's gonna be plenty more projects in the future where leaves will be helpful and useful and needed. Let's get a full leaf. I like that. It's fully light green. Okay. It's going to turn into 2 leaves. All right, is there any major trimming we need to do on some of these? trim now, the less we have to trim later. By trim, I mean obviously grind. Well, not obviously, but by trim, I mean grind. Down. Bear back.
Okay. Come back there just for a little bit. I'll be back.
Love you. There's gonna be a lot of grinding. Just got a sugar glass in my finger. Gotta love that. Any last little pieces that I need to trim off here? Some of these are kind of just a little too small to do on this guy. Just gonna just gonna have to do grinding. Okay. Set that aside. Let's set these things aside. The pieces that we're actually gonna use. So I can vacuum up this table. Try and get off those pesky glass shards. Actually, it's gonna be a lot of leaves, way more leaves than I need. So I might not grind them all, but we'll see. Okay. Pieces that we can save. In the save pile. Rest of these, let's vacuum up. All right, I'm gonna turn on the vacuum. Apologies if it is loud. Okay. Don't want to use the Sharpie for sure. Cut glass. Done. Now on to the grinding glass. I'm gonna move this over a little bit this way so you get a little bit better of a shot of it. This week I have a little crane thing coming to get even better shots of the grinding process. Make sure it's got plenty of water. All right, I'm gonna turn up the volume on the music. So hopefully turn down the grinder sound because it is fairly loud. So we're just gonna kind of go into a chill grinding. Okay, you can kind of see what I'm going for here, right? Maybe if I put it, I've got 4 of them. They're all roughly the same size. I put it on here. And I could, if I wanted to, we'll see how that looks in the end, add this 5th guy. I don't think I'm going to do that, but it's in the realm of possibility. All right. Back to the grindstone. minutes, so I don't want to stream for forever. But I will do a fair chunk of them. Let's get to it. I'm gonna put all these in the scrap bin. Use them again another day if I want to do some more leaves. Shift this back down. Spill water, obviously. Gently, ever so gently, wipe the glass off my hands. Turn on the vacuum again. Alright, I'm going to turn the sounds back roughly where they were. The GoPro sound back to full. And we're done with grinding. Alright, so let's take stock what we got, come back over here, magical journey. Let's take a stock of what we got, huh? Maybe dry them off a little bit. Wipe off any residual Sharpie. Use this towel. I like that the leaves aren't all the same, right? You may call that a lazy excuse for not, paying more attention and trying to make sure they all get the same, but I like that there's a little variation to them. There's a little bit more sense of life. think we'll have plenty of leaves. But if we need some more, they're not that hard to make. Alright, so we've got one flower. You know, I might not actually need a middle piece. It's pending. We've got a large flower here. We'll have all the petals facing the same way. Could add a fifth. Probably won't. Got a smaller little flower. They're not going to be as flat once they've gone into the kiln. We'll have a little bit more movement to them, a little more life. 3 flowers. I guess you can't quite see this one. It's right in the light glare. There we go. 3 flowers. Got ourselves. These will all try and get these to curve around themselves to make a bud. And a whole bunch of leaves. Alright, the leaves that are a larger size, I'm going to put in the kiln. The medium to small leaves, I think I'm going to leave flat. But you never know. Maybe something doesn't kill too. Alright. That's the journey. You won't really be able to get. Sorry. You won't really be able to get a good view of the kiln, but that's fine. We'll move this over a little bit maybe. You can see a little bit better. See the edge of my computer. There we go. Okay. See, with the last petals I did, I just had them draped over. These guys, I don't necessarily want them doing some sort of cup shape. I want them free-flowing and happy. As such, I'm going to use flatter pieces of one of the things we're actually going to do as well is we put these on here. Like we can kind of bridge the gaps between some of these. I don't know how much bridging we want to do. Not gonna be able to fire all of these right now, so you won't be able to see all of them fired, but Over the course of the next few days, I will be firing them all. And on Thursday, we'll be able to see what they all look like together. I'm not firing them so hot that they're going to melt into every crevice. They just get hot enough to slump. So in theory, they won't adhere to every single little nook and cranny. They're just going to kind of take the general shape. Okay. This is where shaky hands become a problem. Now, you gotta make sure that this clay is bone dry, because if it has any moisture to it, it actually explodes, which isn't great. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to fire for now. Gently, ever so gently, close the top. Ever so gently plug it in. 13 minutes. We got that going. Now, part of the problem here that we're facing is all this is on one table. And I don't want to shake this table too much. So if I shake it too much, those pieces might fall from where I place them. So whatever we do next, it has to be fairly soft. So these are the guys I'm firing. These guys I'm not. Okay. Do we want to foil some of these leaves? Some of the smaller ones? Sure. Let's do it. Now for these flat pieces of leaf, I'm going to use the thinner copper foil so that it doesn't take up as much of the surface. Come back over here on this nether magical journey. Like I said, Thursday I should have a mount so I can get you closer in and get a better view of what's going on here. Guess what? That piece of foil was definitely not long enough. Good to know. You need longer pieces of foil than that. Just wasting foil, it's fine. Who doesn't like to waste a little bit of foil from time to time? Now on the larger pieces, I could use this contraption to its fullest potential. These are so small, it's actually quite difficult to do that. It's going to be much easier to foil by hand. Glass. This one. one piece foiled up. It's a little bit thinner on one side than the other. If I wanted to be really particular about it, I could redo it to try and get that foil right in the middle. But I don't want to be really particular about it. It's a small leaf, you'll only be seeing one side at a time. I might be the laziest person to do stained glass. Just skipping steps. Making sure this foil is nice and firmly attached to the glass. There we go. Piece number 2. Just here relaxing, vibing with the music, boiling some glass. Guys. Make Fold it over the edges.
Je serai le président de tous les Français.
Edge came up. And our glass is done. We can't take it out of the kiln though, because if we let that glass cool too quickly, it will crack. So I'm not even gonna look at it for another 5 or 10 minutes probably. And then I can check on it to see how it did, see if it needs some more time. See if it needs to be fired again, see if anything broke, etc., etc. this guy. Maybe not. I think it's okay. And foiling leaves. Takes patience. Some chill music. And a shop dog. Hi, Fenris. Wanna say hi? It's my good girl. 7 months old. She lives up to her namesake, Fenris, the Norse god who devours the world. She likes to devour cardboard. She gets her hands, paws, mouth on some cardboard, she will tear it apart. We could try and stop her from doing that, but you know, being a puppy, having that need to chew, rather her chew cardboard than our couch, than our shoes, really anything else. Cardboard's not too bad. Though she does sometimes get into other things. That's not cardboard. In fact, she would love to chew on our shoes if we gave her the opportunity. Alright, let's take a little peek at these guys. Yeah. I think that's gonna be good. I would open it more, show you guys, but like I said, if I open it too much, let too much cold air in, then the glass is prone to break. I don't want that. No, we don't. See, like this piece right here, this is a piece I fired and something went wrong and it shattered in half. So we try to avoid that if we can. Part of avoiding that is letting the glass cool very slowly. Or rather just letting it do its thing in there. cool its own pace, not introduce any artificial cold air. Now to the music. Just trimming off anything that overlapped. So although it might be, 1/16 of an inch or something, if it overlaps, you'll see it. The copper foil, that is. I think when I end the stream, the glass probably will be cool enough that I can give you a little sneak peek. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. tiny little piece. So small. Let's foil it. Just a little baby piece. This is a perfect example of why I'm using the thinner foil over the thicker. If I were to use a thick piece of foil tape on this, you would not see any of the color. It would just all be solder and copper that you'd see. Look at that. I already use a thicker piece of copper foil on there. You don't see it. But as it is right now, it's a tiny little piece. Tiny little leaf. This piece of foil is not long enough for that. Alright. Just checking something. A little bit long piece. Four more pieces. No. Not long enough. Again. Could could try and put it on another piece, but at this point, just get a different piece of copper tape. That's way too long. This is probably way too long too, but I'm just gonna overshoot it. Let's do it. Can always trim it. Actually not nearly as long as I thought it was going to be. Don't even need to trim it. This one I way overshot it. Way overshot. Way overshotted. Me good at English. Me English good. Like I said, hopefully by the next stream, should get here by Thursday. And have a little bit better of a setup for the camera. So that when I'm doing this finer detailing, get you nice and close and in. So you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So I'm sure from there it's difficult to kind of understand what's going on right now. Or see what's going on. It's amazing as well. Did not line that up perfectly. You want it to overlap a little bit. Give it a little bit extra strength. But too much is a bad thing. I'll try to show you. So you can see it. You see how in that corner here, let me flatten it out a little bit. Maybe you can see better once I do that. Let's try this. See how there's that little notch you can kind of see in the green? Actually better over here, huh? That's because I didn't line up the copper foil very well. And although it's not a lot, when you do put solder on here, you will be able to very easily see that. You just come over, sharp razor blade, trim that down. There's no overlapping at any point. No visible overlap at any point. That way when you solder it, it'll look perfect. Or as close to perfect as you can get. I know I don't do things perfectly, so I doubt it will look perfect. Go. All of the leaves are brown and the sky is gray? No? No. All the leaves are copper foiled. Well, not all of them. We still got this group of leaves over here, but these leaves are going to get fired in the kiln so that they get a curve to them like this guy has. It just gives it a little bit more life. So when you solder it onto a tree, it looks like there's a little bit more movement, a little bit more life. All right, let me clear off this area as we have completed 4.1, foil the leaves. And the last step, we're gonna work with a little bit of clay. Make a few more molds, things that will become usable in future projects. Set all this to the side. I think I'll need this. Wipe this down a little bit. Got this little mat that I've used in the past for the clay. It's just so that once I'm done making it, I have somewhere for the clay to sit. I don't have to move it and it doesn't leave residue elsewhere. Let me get my clay jar. Don't ask me why I keep it in this jar. Well, you can actually. It's because it was the only thing I had next to me when I needed to put it in something. It's very wet clay because I left it in the water far too long. So it's going to take a while for this clay to dry, but that is okay. Let's start off with this amount. Playing with clay. All right. It's this guy. So I know that I need or want some different shapes, right? Okay. This clay might be too wet to work with. Might need to let it dry out, or just that piece is very wet. Okay, let's give this guy a little bit like a ledge. In case I want to, drape anything over it. Get a little ledge action going on there. Alright, I'm going to make actually a pretty big piece of clay. And I'm trying to make them as thin as possible so that they dry out easier and so that they take and absorb the heat more naturally, if that makes sense. In the sense that they don't just arbitrarily hold on to the heat when the glass is trying to cool down. I'm just going to make this guy kind of wavy in random ways. Smooth it down a little bit. Maybe get a little lip going on up here. Just a gentle waviness. How's that? Okay. What else do I not have that I want? I think something similar to that, but maybe inverse. So like, it's like a, what if we did like a little bowl? Not a bowl, like a half pipe sort of situation. Over here, so that once I'm done with it, it can just stay. Is my phone ringing? Who might it be? I don't know when this might be useful, but you never know. One thing I do also want to do is I got this from our kitchen. I'm actually going to coat the inside of this with some clay because I kind of want like a perfect circle or dome. Nice thin piece of clay. Put it in here. Actually, even probably gonna let it dry in here till it gets semi-dry. Might need a little bit more clay for add some thickness, some heft to this. I'm also gonna smooth out the inside of this so I can use it either direction. If that makes sense. I can do it convex or concave. Just trying to smooth it out a little bit so it's not as bumpy, I guess. A little bit more uniformity to it. Let's actually trim away some of this top part. What are the odds that I'll be able to get it out of this bowl? Maybe should have put some sort of like oil or something in here. Or a piece of paper. There's one. Let's see here, what else? Do I have like a... What else do I want? Just like looking around to see if there's things I can... Here. Here's my flux. What if we mold one on the outside of the flux to get a nice curve. Kind of like that, I guess. Just a little bit more uniform. Maybe I should actually do that with that piece. Okay, so trying to peel it off like that is gonna undo all the good work. So I gotta let it dry on this flux. That's fine. Got some patina, a patina bottle here. I don't know, this seems like it'll be a good mold to have. Just like a curve. Again, I'm doing it such that like I want to be able to use either the inside or the outside, multi-purpose. Okay. You see why I want to use this mat, right? Okay, so one of the things earlier that I was thinking I might want, or maybe if I do like little, teeny tiny, almost bullet shaped. Does that make sense? A little ball. Something like that. Let's get another one of those, maybe a little bigger. Maybe a little flatter. Music's all done. I think that Spotify is trying to tell me that my stream should be done. I would press play on it, but my hands are very clayey. Like those. Those are not bad. Maybe another little guy. A few more. What else can we do? I really feel like I'm missing like just a really big flat piece. So if I ever want to do like a large piece, maybe like a feather someday, or really large petal, or really large leaf. I like just having something kind of like this. Really big. Okay. Okay, I'm really good at this part. This is definitely my strong suit right here. And then get some natural curviness to it. A little up at the end over here. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. All right. This is some interesting shapes. Try to drape a large leaf over that, get some nice flowy movement. All right, we're gonna let these dry for a few days. Probably on Wednesday, I'll come back and move them. I'm gonna let them dry for longer, way longer than a few days before I ever put them in the kiln. I've tested out different lengths of time before putting clay in, and if they are not bone dry, they explode. So we're gonna let them get bone dry before we try and do anything with them. Let's see here. This last little bit of clay, can I make it into something? Use every little scrap. Maybe not every little scrap, but you know, a good amount of the scraps. Okay. Yeah, another one of these guys. Perfect. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found it enjoyable, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the chat and I'll respond to it. And see you Thursday.